Why do I have to suffer through the thinking? Why do I find a way out? Find a way out. Find a way out.
This thing's ridiculous.
It's fun though. It's the whole point is it's just an odd way of driving.
It feels like I'm driving a literal box. It's so strange.
Toaster on wheels.
What's up, you guys? Today I'm here with Mr. Mike Jones. Thank you for letting me drive your car.
Anytime.
And this fine fellow pulled into our little charity car event today, and I had to look at it because honestly, this whole, I don't know if is it fad or trend, or what do you think it is?
I think right now it's a trend at the moment. We'll see if it stays.
When it comes to putting anime characters on the side of your car, what's it called?
Itasha.
Itasha. Okay, so I'm starting to see it more and more, especially in like the drift scene. I feel like that's really common right now. But overall, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, oh wow, that guy's gutsy. Maybe somebody might make fun of him or something, but now it's being kind of accepted, which is cool. And it shows a lot of the person's character in their car, in my opinion. So you used to be in New Mexico, and is that where you got this car?
I bought the car in Killeen, Texas. I drove about 8 hours from where I was at to pick up this car just because of what it was. It was an oddball find. It had low mileage.
So yeah, so why the Scion XB? I've never driven one. This is my first time driving an XB, by the way. So we're kind of reviewing the XB and also talking about your story. And I brought him into the video on this time because I just wanted to hear everything about it, because the Scion XB, when it first came out, I remember it was super divisive. People were like, that thing's hideous, or they loved it. There was like no in between. And now that Scion's gone, who knows what these things are going to be viewed as for what their legacy, you know what I mean?
That's why I kind of wanted one. At the time when I bought it, I didn't know Scion was going out, but it was the imagery that Scion always had. It's do what you want with it.
Right, which is weird. Their target was the youth market, but a lot of older guys got it,
it was
which is so funny.
It was funny because you had the oldest people driving them because they were so easy to get in and out of.
Right. When it comes to your Scion XB, you have literally pretty much everything touched. The vinyl wrap, what I really like about it is that it's cut so well. You know, like the hood transfers over to the fender. It goes over your windows, which is interesting. You almost never see that, and somehow it doesn't look awful, you know? I
was kind of shocked. I kind of gave the freedom of creativity to the guys that did it for me.
Right.
Auto Image out in New Mexico, man, they hooked it up. They did a really good design work, and when they did it, I was like, let's go over the back windows. Like, we could do perforated vinyl. I was like, nah. I was like, I don't see out of it. I was like, is it gonna be legal? They're like, it's a gray area. I was like, let's do it. Let's go crazy. I was like, I don't want the perf. It doesn't look right. So let's keep it solid.
So tell me about the amazing exhaust we got in the back.
My buddy James Ferrari out in New Mexico, still there, met him in the military, came up with the idea to do these square tips. We took an axle back, cut it off the big old fart can, said if it sounds like trash, whatever. We just wanted it to look good, and we took some 304, pie cut it, and it came out as like some crazy masterpiece. We were originally thinking of going like sky high with it.
Right, like a bazooka or whatever it's called.
Bozuku pipes, Bozuku. I can't pronounce it.
I always get it wrong, because every time I say it, somebody corrects me, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
We kind of went with that, and we just kind of brought it to the point of where my hatch would still open, so you could see the back end display at car shows.
Right. So the back end display, you have the really awesome sound system, which is cool, with the lights around
rear window speakers. Yeah, those things are crazy hard to get a hold of sometimes. Got a good deal on them. I couldn't pass them up. I've always wanted them. It was one of those JDM parts that you could find for the XB that just so happened to fit. Took it out to California, stopped at West Coast Customs for the fun of it.
That car fits there, I feel like.
It does. They, some of the guys came out and were like, all right, that's cool. We also have taken it all the way out to Daytona Beach in Florida, got some photos with it. I used to trailer my Groms with this thing everywhere we went.
Oh, so you trailered with this
thing? I trailer with this thing. It's actually a hidden hitch.
This is what, like a 1.5 liter engine, and you towed with it. I felt like going back to being divisive, right? I feel like Toyota was so confident in their theory, like their marketing and everything.
They did it good.
It just didn't work. It's weird.
Well, no, it worked for the first 4 years.
Oh, okay, then let me say this. I feel like it really started to not work when the second gen stuff came out.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
feel like
second
that's
gen-
when it just went out the window.
I love the second gen stuff. They really did improve what the first gen didn't have down. But at the same point, it just went downhill there.
And hot.
Yeah. It handles, man. I'm telling you.
It's really strange because like the steering, it actually is pretty direct. It's kind of weird because you have this giant windshield. You look in the rear view and the windshield is kind of right there, but you still have all this room.
Yeah, but it handles.
Weird. Yeah, you have literally everything to match, like your wheels, the banners, even the stuffed dolls, like everything.
Dude, you gotta go full bore with them. A lot of the guys go full bore. There's some dudes that, you know, they'll do just wrap and they look good. I personally, my taste is full bore.
Yeah.
And I just kept going and going and just add another piece, add another piece, add another piece, and it just gets crazier and crazier.
You have like the carbon trunk, the carbon hood. I've never seen a carbon hood on an XB in my entire life, and I go to a zillion car
This
shows. So.
AIT Racing actually makes it for this.
Really?
I have a buddy that's got a first gen release series 1.0, which is the hot lava orange.
Yeah.
Who's got carbon vent visors, carbon wheel well arches, and the hatch to match.
Well, your gauges are even custom done too.
Yeah, there's a guy in the XB community that does them. Patrick March is like, he does them for first and second gens now. Yeah, grow up until. But going down, like, it's like a little engine that could, man. I'm telling you, these things are awesome.
I feel as though these cars might end up having the same legacy of, say, the VW bus. You know what I mean?
If
like,
they do, I will be that guy that got into it late, but got into it and stayed through it.
Yeah, because, you know, the Bug is kind of like that too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it has no guts. All right, you know what? Well, starting to first get up the hill. I love how you have a Garmin hooked up for everything.
That whole eco route system is awesome to have. I can't, dude, I mean, that check engine lights on the road, you can actually clear them.
I really expected this car. I know you have airlift suspension on it, which is awesome. It has a whole bunch of custom, has a whole bunch of custom options and stuff. You can control everything. But I really did expect this car to like body roll more.
It's actually 98 Camaro rear shocks.
What? How, what?
So I was going through all the forums and I was looking, it's either the 02 to 04 Sienna shocks that a lot of guys run. But I also found out the 98 Camaro works the same way. I went with them because the rear end will actually go a little bit lower on these versus the factory shocks. The throw is a lot shorter. You won't get as high up, but you can get a little bit lower out of them because they don't bottom out as soon as like the actual XB shocks.
I remember in like Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yeah.
Do you remember you could put like just a wall of speakers?
Oh yes.
It's so goofy. The XB was one of those cars that I think Toyota had in mind that it was all about the interior, like mess with the interior and all that. But your trunk has that beautiful wood and the glass casing over your airlift suspension. It all just works, man.
It was designed to be for show, but dailyable and usable.
Oh, go!
It's not like it's terrible. I mean,
it's better than a Bug. That's for sure.
Better than a Bug.
With the airlift and everything, it rides very smooth. Like, I see how you were able to drive cross country with it.
Oh yeah.
Because you have room, it's not claustrophobic, and from the outside of the XB, you can't really tell how much space is inside it. You know, it almost looks like it would be small inside, even though it's tall.
I'm 6'1", and like I said, I got room for days in these, and that's why I love them. Originally, I was going to go VIP status with this. I was going to do the curtains. I was going to do the headrest monitors. I was going to go full JDM.
What an opposite direction.
Oh, I went full like crazy with it. I just have a Eurobeat playlist whenever I go to the tail. Just yes.
Hit it, Scotty. Or a miniature brodozer.
Oh God.
PSA, don't drive your car like this. Oh my God, this is so weird. This is so weird. I just wanted, 1, to thank you for letting me drive.
No worries.
2, thank you for your service in the military.
Yep.
It's awesome. And once again, do you have an Instagram or anything?
Yeah, it's CMJ Cool. So it'll be SEEMJ Cool.
Okay.
And that's usually how you find me on there.
All right, well, I'm gonna downshift and
nowhere.
go. Well, on that note, sir, thank you for letting me drive. I hope you had fun.
I hope you enjoyed.
I did. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Thanks to these guys for helping me do the rolling shots. They're awesome people. They just came up, said hi, and essentially you're like, yeah, we'll help you do rolling shots. So there's that. But on that note, I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.